Life in motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. All new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on primetime, the airport's multi-million-dollar-a-year deal with Lotte Duty Free is voided. The airport is now challenging the court's ruling. Plus, more attempts are being made to smuggle contraband inside the prison. And a final goodbye, the community gathers to say adios to former Senator John Solace.
Hafide and good evening.
The airport's $15 million a year deal with Lotte Duty Free has been voided. The Superior Court Judge Arthur Barcinas also ordered that the specialty retail concession agreement be rebid.
But the airport is challenging his ruling and has filed an appeal with the Guam Supreme Court. Nestor Lacanto reports.
DFS and the airport have been locked in a legal battle over the airport's 2013 contract award to Lotte, a contract DFS alone had held for 40 years. In a 37-page decision, the judge granted a DFS motion for summary judgment, which effectively precludes what was previously scheduled to be a lengthy bench trial. Barcinas agreed with DFS that the airport violated multiple provisions of Guam procurement law. In his ruling, the judge found that the contract procurement was improperly administered. He found that GIAA failed to maintain a complete record of the procurement and failed to properly certify it. He also faulted the airport for failing to automatically stay the contract award after a DFS protest and for failing to adopt lease and concession criteria as required by law. In a statement Monday announcing the Supreme Court appeal, Airport Executive Manager Chuck Adda called the procurement open, transparent, and fair. He says it was their duty to get the best deal possible, and he says the one with Lotte is one of the most advantageous ever. He adds that the airport has already earned $70 million of the $154 million due over the contract term, and Lotte invested another $23 million in capital improvements. Airport attorney Genevieve Rapata says the DFS protests were frivolous, and she was surprised that the court chose to accept their excuses for not following the rules of protest. DFS attorney Maurice also issued a statement saying although this is a significant step in the right direction, DFS looks forward to continuing to press its claims against GIAA and Lotte to seek redress for its misconduct and the considerable damage done. Meanwhile, the court wrote that it was in the public interest for Lotte to remain as the retail operator until a new concessionaire is procured. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lacanto.
Monday marked the first of what's supposed to be regular working sessions between the Legislative Health Committee and hospital officials. The two are working to fix both GMH's accreditation problems and funding shortfalls. Lawmakers have criticized the hospital for conflating the threat of accreditation loss with a bid to win support for a permanent funding source. GMH counters that chronic budget shortfalls are the root of their problems, and senators have ignored years of pleas. CFO Benita Manglotna.
If you were really interested, you could have come to the hospital and come to those numbers of hearings or committee meetings.
We don't have to go down this path. We don't have to go down this path. Okay, but I've asked for information. Well, we don't have to go down this road. We're here to be on the same team, Benita. I know your frustration. Everyone's frustrated.
I am very frustrated.
And so we are asking for that information. I'm asking to have it by Thursday or before Thursday, and we'll come back here.
Health Chair Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. is requesting a list of which issues on the Joint Accreditation Team's report are related to funding and which are not. Lawmakers maintain that despite what the hospital says, the accreditation shortfalls are more of a management problem than a funding problem.
A 24-year-old man is stabbed early Sunday while at a beach in Tumon. His attacker remains on the run. It happened around 1:45 in the morning along the beach side of the Dusitani Hotel Resort. Police say the victim suffered from a 2-inch cut to his abdomen. He's been treated at GMH for his injuries. The suspect was last seen running towards Hyatt Regency Hotel. Authorities described him as being local, possibly a teenager, with a comb-over hairstyle wearing khaki cargo shorts. Anyone with information that could help police track him down is asked to call GPD at 472-8911 or KUAM Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP.
One man is dead after being hit by a car in Upper Tumon late Friday. It happened on Route 1 Marine Corps Drive near St. John's School just before midnight. Police spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapau says the man was walking on the sidewalk when he fell onto the street and was hit by a car driving southbound. Medics rushed him to GMH after he was found unconscious and unresponsive. He was in critical condition but later pronounced dead Saturday afternoon. His identity has yet to be released. Now, an autopsy is pending the return of Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Aurelio Espinola. His office confirms he is off island until next week. No arrests have been made as of news time.
Better safe than sorry. A popular playground in Tumon will be off limits for now. This after Mother Alexandria Letty took to her Facebook page to warn others about her family's experience at the Governor Joseph Flores Memorial Park on Saturday. Her children's playtime was cut short, quote, when all three said their eyes were burning and they couldn't open them. We flushed their eyes and washed their hands. It lasted for 10 minutes, end quote. Though pepper spray residue may be the culprit, Department of Parks and Recreation's Deputy Director John Taitano says they've yet to confirm what may have caused the children to experience a burning sensation in their eyes. As a precaution, DPR will close down the playground until the site can be properly cleaned. Taitano also notes that some of the playground's equipment is deteriorating and unsafe for play. These areas will remain cordoned off.
A pair facing drug charges in federal court will have to wait a couple of more weeks before they can go to trial during a scheduled pretrial conference and motions hearing today. Chief Judge Frances Tedinko Gatewood told both parties that she would have to delay the hearings for medical reasons. Raymond Martinez Jr. and Juanita Moser are charged with conspiring to distribute the drug ice. A hearing on the pending motions is set for February 20th, and jury selection and trial is now set to start on the 21st.
5 people are placed under arrest after a raid on a Dededo home on Friday uncovers $28,000 worth of the drug ice. Luciana Ankenko, Daisha Naza, Georgiana Camacho, Jesse Jr. Toves, and Bobby Lynn Valoria reportedly had various amounts of drugs and drug paraphernalia in their possession at the time of the raid. The search warrant was executed by the Mandania Drug Task Force. According to court documents, Nata and Ankenko came clean and admitted to buying and selling drugs out of the home. In total, authorities seized 36 grams of the drug ice, processed marijuana, a number of glass pipes, plastic baggies with drug residue, and 3 vehicles believed to be drug proceeds, in addition to ammo for a handgun.
A South Korean soccer player accused of rape has been indicted by Superior Court Grand Jury. Byung-oh Kim, according to court documents, faces additional counts of criminal sexual conduct. Last month, the victim alleged she had been raped by Kim at the Leo Palace Resort. She told police she was able to get away and call a security guard who then phoned police. Kim's attorney, Randy Cunliffe, tells KUAM surveillance footage tells a different story. Kim, who is an attacker for the Sanju Sangmu team, was released from custody late last month after posting $10,000 cash bail. He was charged with 3 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct as a second-degree felony, as well as 4 counts of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct as a misdemeanor. He'll answer to those charges on Wednesday.
Cell phones, drugs, tobacco, you name it. It's another year of DOC trying to keep the contraband from getting inside its prison walls.
Though they've ramped up security measures, that doesn't mean that criminals aren't still trying to bring them in. Keani Mendiola reports.
They've got 99 problems, and contraband definitely is one. The Department of Corrections faced 2 incidents of attempted contraband smuggling into their Mangilao facility. They've tried installing fences and security cameras around the perimeter, but it just keeps coming. DEPCOR Deputy Director Kate Baltazar.
The important thing to note is that it's not coming in through the doors anymore. And the more that we implement the strategies with Operation Green Vigilance, the more that they'll try to bring it in other ways.
On Friday evening, an inmate on cleaning detail reportedly tried to retrieve a package that was thrown over the fence line nearest to the road. DOC officers were able to see the inmate's attempt on surveillance cameras and intercepted the package. The package contained 2 mobile phones, 2 chargers, 2 SIM cards, 2 canisters of chewing tobacco, 20 cigarettes, and a package wrapped in plastic containing an unknown amount of tobacco. The following night, DEPCOR officers found another package during a routine perimeter check.
You can't control criminals. They're going to try as best they can to do their activity. And what we can control is interdiction, and that's making sure that if they try to get it over our fences, that it will not make it into the population.
DOC is currently investigating whether the incidents are connected. Both packages were wrapped in duct tape and found near the Post 5 housing unit. The packages were turned over to the Guam Police Department.
We are in partnership with the Guam Police Department. We turned the contraband over to the GTD Mandania Drug Task Force. They're the experts, on investigating and on the criminal side.
In the meantime, DOC commends their officers for their due diligence. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Kiani Mediola.
But it seems the contraband is still making into the hands of inmates. The Mandania Drug Task Force arresting a DOC inmate for prison contraband. In a separate incident on Saturday, 28-year-old Mark Demetrio Torrey was taken into police custody and charged with promoting major prison contraband and assault on a peace officer. Authorities say a corrections officer witnessed a hand-to-hand exchange of a cell phone between Torrey and another inmate within the facility. When the officer confronted Torrey, he allegedly assaulted the officer by headbutting him. The cell phone was confiscated and Torrey was reconfined at the prison. The case was forwarded to the AG's office, but the investigation remains open for additional interviews and follow-ups.
Discipline or abuse. 29-year-old Devana Mendiola and 28-year-old Mario Espinosa were arrested after a child reported problems at home to school officials. Court documents state the 11-year-old victim reported his mother slapped and pulled his older sister's hair because the house was messy. Espinosa, meanwhile, is accused of punching the boy in the ribs and slapping his face. There are 7 children in the family. The older victim, just 12 years old, told police she is responsible for caring and cooking for her siblings, while her mother and Espinosa either leave the house or lock themselves in their room for hours. She reported eating last, sometimes not at all, if there wasn't enough food in the house. The girl also reported that the house was messy because she was busy putting her brother to sleep. Police observed injuries consistent with the allegations. Mendiola and Espinosa are charged with family violence and child abuse, both as misdemeanors. Mendiola is facing an additional charge of family violence.
Well, stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Leave no room for doubts this Valentine's Day by heading to IT&E. For February only, get your boo the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 for just $59. And for the Apple lovers, get the 10 for just $199 on the 40 gig 4G LTE data plan. Or 2 S8s for just $199 on a share plan. This sweetheart deal is available for a limited time only.
Cars Plus and Mighty has the trucks. And during Ram Truck Month, save up to $97.50 on new Ram trucks. Cars Plus has a great selection of 2018 Ram trucks. Plus, shop our remaining 2017 Ram 1500s. Voted Guam's best truck 2 years in a row. The Ram truck comes with a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. And with 1.99 APR financing for qualified buyers, there's no better time to buy than now. It's Ram Truck Month, and only Cars Plus and Mighty has the trucks. Cars Plus, driven by you.
I'm Chase Lovich, the new face of Heineken Light. It has everything you'd want from a light beer, and it tastes great. It's the light beer that has it all.
Cut. What's going on with your teeth?
My teeth. What?
Your teeth.
What about them?
Did you whiten your teeth?
No. Yes.
The light beer that has it all.
What if I do this? Hi, I'm Chase Lovich.
Low calories, low alcohol, and a great taste. Deserves a spokesperson that has it all.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
A farewell to a former senator and lifelong educator. Crowds of people paid their final respects during the state funeral for the late Dr. John Camacho Solace today.
Carmen Salahi has the story.
Many gathered Monday to celebrate the life of former Senator Dr. John Camacho Solace, who passed away last week at the age of 70. For our longtime colleague and friend Jason, his son, he will be remembered as a dad who who loves sunsets.
Dad loved sunsets. Let's just get it right out there. For the extent of his 70 years and 5 days on Earth, there were few pleasures more simple than for him to watch the sun fade into the ocean on the island that he adored with every fiber of his being. These were his guiding principles and clarified how he conducted himself, how he raised his family, and how he served his community. Love, respect, education, and hospitality.
The longtime educator served as the first provost of the Guam Community College and as president of the University of Guam. He was also a human resources executive for Duty Free, where he worked for many years with former DFS President Gerald Perez, who delivered the eulogy at the state funeral. He remembers his longtime friend as a warm, affable man who loved to sing and joke.
As a Chamorro and son of Guam, he was the cultural chauvinist who cataloged an inventory of Chamorro songs, verses, and legends. Years ago in Washington, D.C., for example, when John interviewed Scamby for a job at GCC, John advised the good retiring colonel to think and act like a Chamorro. When Scamby told John that he grew up in Agani Heights, John asked him to say something in the vernacular. Well, Scamby, who is known to be easily irritated, uttered "Lakis ho diablo" in perfect Chamorro, to which John replied, "That will do."
And we, the KUAM family, extend our deepest condolences to the Solace family and to our longtime colleague here at KUAM News, Jason. We are saddened by your loss, and may your dad rest in peace. Well, students who are behind on credit will have to wait one more week to make it up. DOE says Escuela Mpuengi, which was supposed to open on Monday, will be pushed to February 12th. With over 1,000 students enrolled this year, they are designing a new program that doesn't have to be face-to-face to allow teachers and students more flexibility. Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Joe Sanchez, tells us the reason for the delay.
The main reason is we had to solidify all teacher contracts. We're doing it a little different from previous years where it was actually a part-time position for teachers. This time around, we're doing it on a contract basis where it's a kind of a flat contract, and it's by course that the teacher is going to be teaching.
DOE hopes the program that runs from February to April will allow students to graduate on track.
An estimated 15,000 local Catholics came out in prayer. The world-famous International Pilgrim Virgin statue of Our Lady of Fatima closed out her 3-week tour of the island this weekend, her final stop being the Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish in Totu. The Fatima's tour included 26 parishes, 14 Catholic schools, GovGuam agencies including the Department of Corrections, the Department of Youth Affairs, and the Guam Memorial Hospital, as well as nonprofits including Sanctuary Incorporated. According to Totu's Pali Mike Crisostomo, the Fatima will head to Chicago before her next tour starts up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
The chief of the National Guard Bureau spent the weekend on island meeting with the about 1,100 soldiers and 400 airmen with the Guam National Guard over the weekend. General Joseph Lengyao, a member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, watched as our service members trained. He also spoke with them on current issues in the Guard and giving them advice as well.
To look internally, look at yourself and see not only what we're doing now, but how can we do it better? How can we be innovative? How can we do it smarter, faster, cheaper, so that we can take those resources and put them where we need them, which is in building readiness of the force.
General Lengyao also paid respects to the Guam Guard's 6 fallen soldiers at their Fallen Heroes Memorial in Barrigada.
It's going to be a Valentine's event like no other. Local fashion designer Norman Analista of Norman & Co. will launch his men's fashion line during a special event in Tumon this week. We caught up with him over the weekend during rehearsals.
Which loosely translates into Heart of the Filipino. And we are showcasing different aspects of Filipino lifestyle as they sort of relate to Valentine's. So we're going to have a Filipino fusion menu that has been put together by Chef Dennis Salenga of the Guam Plaza. We will also have entertainment from the Philippines. We also will have this fashion show.
Again, that's Analista & Co. The event is Thursday night at the Guam Plaza Ballroom. And if you didn't get a ticket yet, it's pretty much all sold out anyways. However, you can still check out the collection on Analista & Co. Facebook page.
Well, Chris, all your big game highlights are coming up next, but first,
your island weather.
We know how life can be when you're young, wild and free. That's why GTA hooks it up with the best phones at the best prices to keep you living life to the fullest. Get the Motorola Moto G4 for free, an Alcatel A3 XL for only $49, or the Samsung Galaxy A8 for only $99, with a $50 per month unlimited talk and text plan, including 5 gigs of high-speed data. Visit gta.net or a store for details.
At Coors, cold counts. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold for a cleaner, crisper taste. Because our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Ma'asi, Matson.
Finally, I found chicken tenders that can pass as mine, which is nice because I've got better things to do. Peggy, I finished your shoulder. Millennials, am I right?
No. Oh, no. Yes.
Dinner!
Introducing McDonald's Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Juicy and made with 100% white meat. They're not grandma's.
I'm okay with that.
But she's okay with that.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching Super Bowl 52. Great game today. We start things off with Andy Wheeler over at Applebee's talking to a Eagles and Patriots fan for pregame predictions. Check it out.
All right, here at Applebee's, sold out for Super Bowl 52, the Patriots versus the Eagles, and I got a couple fans here. We're going to go over real quick, fellas, what you want. We got Benny and Jerome. Benny rocking the Eagles jersey, so you're obviously going for the Eagles. What do you think their keys to victory are?
Good defense and catch all the passes.
Well, easier said than done. I mean, they're going up against the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. What do you think the chances are?
I think our defense probably can get him a little rattled early in the game and just keep the pressure on him.
You wouldn't hit an old man that hard. He's 40 years old. Take it easy on him.
Well, not a normal old man, but Tom Brady, oh, yeah, we're going to take him out.
So I got to ask, you got any money on this game here?
I have a couple squares at a couple bars in town.
All right, well, good luck to you. And then we got our Pats fan over here, Jerome. I actually have the same shirt, so good man. So Patriots, what do you think their keys to victory are?
It's going to be good. They normally take in the second half. Yep. They'll come back hard if anything.
So you think it's going to be close or a blowout?
Can't say. They're two good teams.
Right? I mean, New England, they always play close games. I just want them to blow someone out for once, right?
Yep. Try it out. Hopefully this time.
You got any money on the game?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're going to leave it at that, guys. So, Benny, Jerome, guys, good luck. Anything you want to say to Eagles fans or Patriots fans out there?
Go Eagles and Patriots. This is our year.
Edit out that Go Eagles part. All right. Anything else you want to say to the fans?
All right, go Patriots.
Go Patriots. I like that. All right, there you go, man. Applebee's. We're going to go watch the game now.
Well, let's turn it over to Meg Oliver, who was at the game following this report for KUAM Sports. Check it out.
The Philadelphia Eagles are celebrating their first Super Bowl victory.
They defeated the heavily favored New England Patriots, a team that was trying for its 6th championship. The Eagles led most of the game but found themselves behind in the 4th quarter. A touchdown with just over 2 minutes remaining put Philadelphia ahead for good. Leading the way for the Eagles was their backup quarterback, Nick Foles, who threw for 3 touchdowns and even caught another.
The game is the main event, but fans also come for the star-studded halftime show.
This year, the headliner was Justin Timberlake. It was his 3rd time performing in the halftime show. That's the most ever by a featured artist. Timberlake sang a medley of his hits and even did a virtual duet with the late pop star Prince. The Minnesota native was projected on stage for a posthumous appearance. Philadelphia embraced the Eagles' underdog identity. Now they're preparing to welcome them as Super Bowl champions. For KUAM Sports, I'm Meg Oliver.
Don't forget you can catch a repeat of Super Bowl 52 at 7 p.m. on KUAM TV8. That's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
I had a dream. I walked into a dealership, picked out a new car, gave them no money, and they're letting me drive it for free the next 3 months.
At Nissan Guam, your dream has become a reality during the premier New Year event. For the new year, you can drive away a new Nissan with no money down and not make a payment for the next 3 months. It's on the house, no money down. We make your first 3 payments. Just sign and drive away. For details, stop by Nissan Upper Tumon or log on nissanguam.com.
Say hello to the widest 4G LTE network in the Marianas. Hop today, and this is Jason. He lives on the island of Saipan. Jason wears a lot of hats in his community, and he definitely puts in the work to show for it. Some of Jason's daily roles include being a public safety officer, running NMI Crime Stoppers, training CrossFit, coaching paddling teams, even when it takes him to Guam. Gosh, just look at that view. Wherever he is, Jason can talk and share with his team and his community. Always fast, always clear. When he searches here, it's fast and clear. When he posts here, it's fast and clear. When he's live here, it's fast and clear. Just ask these kids, right guys? Everywhere fast, everywhere clear. With the widest 4G LTE network in the Marianas. Docomo Pacific, better together.
They don't want these coming out. Mexican spices, nacho cheese sauce.
Critics and fans agree, nacho fries are a masterpiece. It'll change the way you look at fries, craves the Hollywood Reporter. Nacho fries, now serving at a Taco Bell near you.
It's Triple J's Out with the Old and In with the New sales event going on now. Get unbelievable savings on all remaining 2017s, plus many 2018s. Take advantage of our best pricing on all Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $137 per paycheck, and used cars as low as $80 per paycheck, plus no payments for 90 days, 0 down and 1.9% financing on approved credit. Visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy 63rd birthday, Bertha Rosalind. Love all your children and grandchildren. Drew Philip Mason Apathy, have a blessed happy birthday, Drew Philip Mason Apathy. Coming from Mommy, Daddy, and Grandma, Papa, Linda M., Jesse S. Huggan, we love you. Shanice Tidickley, happy 25th birthday, Shanice, coming from the Flores family. And happy belated birthday to John Uggan Panetta. We love you to the moon and beyond. Have a wonderful day. Love Benny, Trish, and the boys. Terry Contreras, happy 75th birthday to Terry from her family locally and abroad. We love you. Ricky G. Iglesias Jr., we love you from Therese, Gavin, Brianna, Aria, and Heavenly. Marie Navati, happy belated B-Day to Auntie Marie from Lubbock, Texas. May you have more B-Days to come. And enjoy your special day from your niece Deborah, Dar, and Diana, John Paul and Juanette, Jason and Sarah, and Johnny Chris and Sherry. We all love you and miss you. May God be with you always from us all in Guam. Aliyah J. Alcantara, happy 10th birthday to our beautiful NEHS girl from the family.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday.
And that's going to do it for us here in the news desk. Stay tuned. Cruising with KUAM is next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
Time for another cruising brought to you by Triple J, and our guest today, a really big deal. Such a big deal, we couldn't fit him in a Mustang, so we got the Ford F-150 Platinum Edition. I got the keys to the ride, so let's go pick up Zach Banner.
Let's get in the driver's seat. Yeah. Boy. He does, right? Give me one of these. Making this truck look like a lowrider. Youth football, I mean, what was that like? Were you always like the biggest kid on the
second
field?
grade I started playing, I was 5 foot. I was playing with 3rd and 4th graders. So I played second, and I was the biggest guy on the team, long story short, even in the States. Tallest, there were some big kids, but second grade I played 3rd and 4th grade football. Then I played again, and my dad started coaching us. Ron Banner, he started coaching us, and when we did that, I stayed with the 3rd and 4th grade team, or the 4th grade team, and I was in 3rd grade, and then I played up my entire life, and then I just played 2 years of 8th grade football. So I've been playing football since the 2nd grade, and we're gonna obnoxiously do this.
Always O-line or what? I mean,
always O-line.